high schooler. And this girl was walking down the sidewalk, and a guy came out of the woods and snatched her and took her back in and, like, killed her. These woods be crazy. Well, my mom would walk to high school every day, as I did, 4 years later. But she was walking one day, and this guy comes out of the woods, grabs my mom, tries to pull her in, and she gets away and runs back home. So, woods be scary. So my mom could have gotten away essentially from a serial killer. So, spooky. I was walking my dog in dog area, some guy was coming after us with a hammer. See, people be crazy though. I believe it. Yeah. I know, and I was like, and it was funny, we were talking about, I don't know if we were live or not when we were talking about this with her, and we're like, so did you call the cops? She's like, no. Like, what? Because, okay, I don't know if my mom told these stories while we were live or not, because we were talking with my mom, and I think it was Katie, and my mom was saying how she used to babysit this house, and my dad would always call her at like 9 p.m., because there was only house phones back in the day, you know, when it was black and white, to like check on her. So there was one night, she was upstairs with the kids, and she ends up falling asleep, and I guess she wakes up because she hears the phone ring once. So she wakes up and she thinks it's my dad. And she goes to answer it, and there's like a dial tone like it's dead. So she goes downstairs and sees like the door's like smashed open or something. So she grabs the kids, runs to the neighbor's house, calls my dad. And then the owners of the house saying, hey, your house was broken into while I was babysitting your kids. And then we said to my mom, like, did you call the cops? She goes, no. I'm like, okay. So then she was like, I guess it happened like 2 or 3 more times with my mom where weird situations happen where they cut the telephone lines while she's watching this house and something else. And then she ends up quitting. But every time we're like, so did you call the cops? And she's like, no, I called the parents of the house. I'm like, what? So I was like, I guess back in the day you just didn't call the cops. And I'm like, so then you became a cop. Interesting. Okay, Tammy, you said you ordered yesterday. So let's see. I have a Tammy Messer. Tammy Merriam, I do not have you. Do you have an order number that you can give me? And I can see if it's under a different name. I have a Tamila, but I do not have a Tammy Merriam. So, if you can text me your order number and say, hey, this should have gone to you, I can get it fixed. I'm going to get my laptop for my sister next time she comes down. So luckily I have a computer so I can still do stuff. But yeah, I'm laptopless for a couple weeks. Unfortunately, but it's my fault. So the U special ended yesterday, Lisa, so I'm personally extending it. So if you guys grab 2 supplements, I will do $10 cash back. So that way you still got the deal. And that's crazy. You know, we have, like, you know, I feel like there was a lot more serial killers back in the day before, like, evidence was, like, and cell phones and stuff was, like, a thing. But now we have, like, they had serial killers, now we have, like that's, like, what we have. Why not go get it from her? Because it's a 3-hour trip each way, so I'm just going to wait until I'm either back in Orlando or my sister comes down. Have I ever had anything scary happen to you? Yes, but not by a stranger. I've screamed and yet ran into a neighbor's house before. I've had fear for my life. Wookie's feeling better. Thank goodness gracious. Court notice. There may be a class member in a law. You may be a... Interesting. Yeah, it's a scary world. Yes, Micah, it is, but she normally comes down to see my mother and stuff, so she's going to hold on to it until she was planning on coming down anyways. Or it might even be when my sister's wedding thing is. She will just bring it to me then. Whatever is convenient. But I'm also going to Orlando, so if I can conveniently go and get it from her, then I will do that. Miss Remington, I did send out all the emails, so check your spam if you qualified. But let me see if I even see you. Let me see if I see a Remington. Yeah, you should have got an email that jar car 2. My sister 2 hours away, it's a long ways, right? I'm like, I'll wait until it's convenient for both of us. It's okay. At least I know it's in a safe place. It's not in some clubhouse safe or locker. Because, you know, one time Tara left one of her phones at a hotel. We called as soon as we got to, she realized in the Bahamas. They said, oh, we have your phone. We'll put it in the safe. It's fine. Just come back and get it after your trip. So 3 nights later, we get back to Miami. We go and get it. And now this iPhone is gone. And no one knows where it is. But literally 3 days before, they had it. They said they put it in the safe. So obviously between that time and that, someone literally stole her phone from the hotel. So that's why I was like, I need to get this thing. We got like, we have a ticking time bomb because I'm telling you what, I'm sure people see that and like, ooh, someone left a laptop. I'm just going to take it. You know what I mean? So we got it. We got that laptop. Yeah, Judy. Yeah, people be so weird. You're welcome. Let me know if you don't, and I could resend it. Ugh. Thank you, Mindy. Thank you, and I'm sorry again. You guys are having we have poo-poo signal today. Ugh. But yeah, we'll do makeup tonight. I think that will be fun. Ugh. Let's see. Probably get off soon because it's almost been an hour. How do you track a laptop though? Maybe I'm stupid, but I know you can do phones and stuff, but how do you track a laptop? I have no idea. But it just freaked me out because literally, like, I was logged into everything on there. I was like, if that got into the wrong hands, like, there goes my life, you know? So now at least my sister has my life in her hands. Anita, what do you mean? What do you mean immigration issues where I am? Like, here in Florida? Or where? Oop. Got a weird over here too. Right, y'all. I am going to pop off for now. I will see you guys at the unit. I want to get a little bit done here at the house first. Like I told you, like, I want to vacuum and mop so bad. So I'm going to work on some stuff. Hi, Mom. Good morning. How are you?